Hey everyone, I'm Farmer Jolly and welcome back to our survival series on Riverbend Springs. Now, we've taken out a couple of contracts because we've got minus £3,717, which is not good, especially when we are spending over £14,000 a month on the hire purchase costs, and we still need at least one trailer. So we've got to get some money in. Now, the two contracts we're doing, we've obviously got this mowing contract, which we're using the Unimog for, as it was already set up from the last episode, and that's going to give us just over £4,000. That will bring us back into the into profit. And the wood transport contract is also about £4,000. Now, I have got the lorry all loaded up with the wood products so we can sell those, and I don't want to, but we might have to sell the lettuce because I think it's going to be a better value for money if we buy a trailer for the lorry, but they are about 80 odd thousand pounds. We could do it on hire purchase, but we need to. The trailer is going to be the last thing we buy for probably a while, because we need to pay everything off, and we've got nearly £900,000 worth of equipment all done through the hire purchase. It shouldn't take us too long to pay all that off, especially with how quickly we are progressing. But we do need to pay it all off as soon as possible. So, like I said, the plan is we'll get this field done, and I would set it off on a worker, but we can't because we've got no money, which is a bit of a pain, but it's going quite fast. I think it's wanting 3 headlands, and this is the second already. Yeah, 3 headlands. So let's get this field done, let's get the wood transport done and get our wood products sold, and we will then see where we are, because the our oat field will be ready to harvest in the next month. So we've got a lot that's going to be happening, and at least we can try out the brand new combine. That is going to be exciting. So let's get these contracts done. Right, so that's the mowing contract all done. Just run the Unimog back to the farm. It is going to need some fuel, especially if we start getting some harvesting contracts that are further afield and we are using it. it's going to need fuel before we run out. Now, apparently, thank you to Big Southern Steve for saying, apparently there's a fuel tank on the farm. So we didn't necessarily need to buy the... Where are we? I am really lost. Ah, this way. I went the wrong way. Yes, apparently there's a fuel tank on our farm. So we wouldn't have needed to buy the fuel trailer. The fuel trailer will be really useful, especially when we run out of fuel or we are doing contracts. Ooh, let me put the mowers in here. I don't know. Will it fit? Let's just see. Right, so we can get the fronts in. No, we're too tall for the backs. Okay. That's a shame. But we could use it to store the Unimog. So, I have also had a tidy up around the yard, so it's a lot nicer. We do need more space to store stuff. But at least we can see what we're doing. Right. Let's see if we can park these up. I'm going to do this on an angle for this one. Just because it's going to make it easier to be able to get it back out. And this, for now, is just going to get put here. There we go. So, let's pull this just outside and just park up. I think that will do. Now, before we do the next contract or collect the money, let's just have a look. Do we have a fuel tank? So that's the water tank. Where is it? Ah, right here. Yes, we do have a fuel tank. How much is it going to be? 8,000. Okay, so we will refill that at some point, but not right now because we've not got the money. So, the mowing contract has earned us £4,810. The wood transport is about the same. Is there anything else? So we could do a baling contract, but I want to get some harvesting contracts. And at the moment, the only harvesting contract is spinach. So I think we will hang fire. So let's jump in the truck. We've got the truck connected up to the wood trailers. Let's open the map. So, yep, that's where we're going. Let's check the strobe lights on. And we will fly over to where we are going. The reason I'm using the truck is because we've got to go quite a long distance, and obviously we could use the Unimog, but the truck can go faster, and it was just easier to get this set up. So I think we did want to take that road, so let's spin around. Let's zoom out a bit. So yes, we want to go this way. I'm hoping the truck's got enough power to do these hills with the logs. Aha, I can see them now. They're just up here. I don't know how many we've got to collect, but I think we... Oh, Let's just knock them over. That's why we put the front guard on. So I believe we can. Does it tell us? That might. 19, yeah. So we'll do 10 in the front and 19 in the back. And for some reason our camera has locked again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's that one. Okay, and the rest can go there. Just like so. Now we need to try and get ourselves out. Okay. Can we go down this track? I think we've done it before. Yeah, let's do it. I think the last time we did it we were in a tractor or the Unilog or something. We were too tall. Or was it just the trailers are too tall? No, we are doing it. As we are hitting this tree. Right. That is a pain. Let's get this truck free. Right, that wasn't too bad. We managed to wriggle ourselves out. And we are now, finally, back on normal roads. So we have got to go quite a long, or quite a large distance. Not long distance, that's not the right words. We've got a long drive to do because we've got to go over to field 55, which hopefully in this shouldn't be too bad, but you can definitely tell you've got a lot of weight on the back when you're going up a hill. So let's get to field 55. Well, that did not take us long at all. This truck has really helped. So we'll just pull into the sell point, which we know we can get both trailers in. There we go. Leave the engine running because we'll need to take it back and sell. And we got an extra £26 for that. That's not bad. So we're going to take the wood products that we've got to the Grain and Lights Museum. So sell everything we can there, and then we will have to figure out where we can sell everything else, because the train is the highest value, but we do have to pay to use the train, and then we've got to load it up as well. And as we've not got got a front loader with us, that's going to make things a bit more of a challenge. So we will probably end up going to, I think it was the farmers market that can take the prefab walls, and the sell point just to our right can take the wood chip. So we'll probably end up doing all of that. But at least everything is a bit faster, having faster machines and vehicles. So we are already here, so let's take the straps off. Oh, it took the prefab wall as well. That was not expected. So yeah, we can start selling prefab walls. Again, that is perfect. That was not expected at all. So at least everything's going to be a bit closer. We can, I think we can cut through here and come up. And that's the only problem. There isn't actually a cross point here, which I do find strange. Let's just... Oh no. Oh, thank goodness for that. I was hoping the train wasn't going to come and we were stuck on the lines. That would have been a disaster. We probably should stop doing that. So let's take the straps off and just roll through here. And that's another £561. There we go. So we'll just take their stop sign down. We can now progress into the next month. Actually, we can, but we need to collect this. There we go. So we're up at over £32,000. So we will have to sell the lettuce in order to get the trailer. But that's okay. What I'm going to do is... Actually, let's do that now. Let's put the hazard lights on. And is there anything in the sale? No. So let's find the trailer. Now, I was thinking of going for something like this. Because that's just the short... Oh, we could go for that. Because then at some point we can upgrade. So it is quite short. Has that got the... See, don't want it as a bale trailer. So that's £100,000. This is the problem. There's just... Would we be better for that? Because that can take 62, whereas that can take a bit more. That can take a lot more. We don't have to take the rear trailer with us. Should we see if we can find a used one of these? Because that can go up to 80,000, so I think that is going to be our best bet. Yeah. Let's see if the dealership can find. So we'll just do it over a month. There we go. Right. I am going to head back to the farm, and I will see you in the next month. Right, so there wasn't actually much to do in July. I thought our our oat field would be ready, but it's not. It's going to be ready next month. The dealership, though, some good news, have found the trailer that we were looking for. It is on offer, so we've got all of the lettuce loaded up. I believe, let's just double check, that there is a harvesting contract, but it's not going too far. But it's only £3,000. I just think by the time we've got all the equipment over there and then back, it's we're not going to be making much money. So Goldcrest Valley, is that the train? I think we go for Farmers Market because it's what, £5 per 1,000 litres less. And we don't, because Goldcrest Valley, I believe, is the train. Yeah. So let's value all stations and let's go Farmers Market. So where is the Farmers Market? That's up there. Okay, and we are in someone's field. Let's get ourselves out. So we'll get over to the farmer's market, we'll get this all sold, and we can then buy that trailer. Well, this drive took so long, but we have finally got there. Now, this, again, might be the wrong sell point. I normally end up getting the wrong one each time. Yes, that is the wrong sell point. So let's double back on ourselves. At least we can just turn around here. And this is the sell point we need. So let's take the straps off and just keep driving and everything will sell. There we go. So we are up to £152,000, and that is going to change when we buy this, because it's 77,000 as a bale trailer, but we want it like that. So that's £113,000, whereas the other ones, we're getting 80,000 litres of storage space, and none of these go that high. I mean, that does 62, but even then... Oops. Oh. Don't know what's going on here. Ah, there we go. That's 100,000 for 62, whereas for 113 we can get so much more. So yeah, we are going to go for this. So let's buy this. There we go. Right, I'm going to take the truck back to the farm and grab the trailers, the new trailers, and we will progress into the next month where hopefully we can harvest some, or our crops. I will just check that they're wheat, peas, spinach, yeah. So we'll stick with that plan. So I will see you when we are in the next month. Right, so we've got our brand new trailers. The corn is... this is the corn? Yes, the corn is doing well. That's looking good. The oats are ready to harvest, so we will do that before we end the episode. And they're mixed. Got bad pH in some places, and the sunflowers, again, they're looking good. So we need that header, and we need that combine. So let's jump into the 9S, as that is the closest tractor. We will pull the grain header out. I have had a look as well, and there aren't unfortunately any other contracts that would be good at the moment. So let's just park this here. We'll leave the engine running. And let's start this massive combine. This is going to make light work of this field. So let's connect up. I think I turned the engine off accidentally, and I've just done the same on this one. So let's just get this out of the way. And just for now, we're going to park this up. Turn the engine off there. We should have left the engine running on the combine, but we didn't. That is a mistake. Now, hoping... Oh, no, we did. It's just gone quiet. I turned the volume of my headphones down and couldn't hear it. Right. Let's get this unfolded. There we go. So we need to make sure that we are dropping the straw swath that it says disable, so we should be good. let's see how big the header is, just so that we can get there. So 13.7. So we're going to do one headland and then 2 up and down rows. Yeah, that's plenty. So drop it down. And we are going. This is amazing. We are finally using our brand new massive combine. And let's turn the map on. The yield isn't too bad. It's getting green. We're getting 96, 97%. Up this area was actually quite bad for the last few harvests. It was in the orange, but we're now going into the green, which is really good. So we'll just finish this straw swath like that. And carry on. This isn't going to take us long at all. We aren't going to fill the combine, I know that. But we can at least unload everything from the combine directly into the silos. Well, this hasn't taken long at all. Just drop back so that we can get this tiny little bit that we missed here. And let the straw drop. There we go. Yeah, this is absolutely brilliant. This has gone so fast. This is just amazing. It's really going to help us, and we've actually done, I don't think, too badly on the yield, considering it wasn't perfect in every aspect, and we didn't mulch the field first. We've got over 35% of the combine full just from this. We might, it's going to be close, we might get to 40%, which would be amazing. No, okay, we won't get to 40. But still, nearly 7,000 litres just from one field. Now, I want to lift the header because we need to grab the header trailer so we can put it back on and get it back in the shed so we can unload. So the wheels are locked, which is going to make it a bit easier. Obviously, if we're going any massive distance, we will need to unlock them first. Bring this forwards. And drop that there. There we go. Trying to keep the yard as tidy as we can. So let's turn this around. And get it parked back up. Because if we park it up, we are going to need it in the next episode. So, which means there will be a contract. So, as we could do with the money, let's definitely park it up, and hopefully we will then find a good contract. So that can go about there. And for now, we'll just leave the Massey there. And to end the episode, let's go and unload this. Now, I have reset the small trailers back to the store, we do need to take a tractor or the truck over so we can repair them and then get them sold, because we do not need them anymore. So the ridiculously long pipe that we probably don't need. There we go. Oh. There we go. We are unloading. Yeah, this pipe was a bit overkill. Maybe we can get it shortened in the future. I'm not sure how much that's going to cost us though. So let's fold that and bring it forward so that we don't hit anything. And then we'll fold that up. There we go. Let's have a quick look. Where is the pipe? Okay, so that's probably going to be better, which is 15,000, but because we can fold it up, I think, do we just go for it? Is that going to be big enough? So that's 7.9. Yeah, that should be big enough. I'm just thinking it's going to save us quite a bit of hassle. The pipe we've got is ridiculously big. Let's do it. There we go. That's much more manageable. Plus, we've got the long pipe, so if we get a bigger header, which we can do because I've installed another mod that for in the future, if we decide we need to, there are some absolutely massive headers. We'll just have a look. They are, is it these? Yes, here, 19-meter header. And we can put stickers on the air bar. We can do so much, and there are so many different colours as well. So obviously we wouldn't be changing it to this sort of thing. I don't know what all these design colours are. Let's have a quick look. I can't actually see what that one does. Ah, that changes the front of the air bar. So let's put that to white. That changes the front. That can go to orange. We know what the purple is. And then the rim colour is the wheels. So if we decided we needed to, we could go to 19 meters, which means then we will need the long pipe. But for now, having that shorter pipe is going to be perfect. So we're going to call it there for this episode. In the next episode, we will get this field baled up and we can make a start on getting it ready for the next crop. Hopefully, we've got some cultivating contracts we could do as well. Hopefully, we will get some more contracts. But as always, thank you very much for watching the episode. I really do hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you back here for the next one. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.